You're going to be in the Texas Showdown here with Warren Stewart here at Titan FC 30. Now, from what I'm being told at the guys at Titan, man, there's a legit kind of beef or war of words between you two gentlemen. Is that correct?
On his end, more than anything, I think Warren's a local guy that he's similar to another local guy that one time, quote unquote, called me out. And to me, it's really more of a funny thing in a way because, I think they kind of see me as being pretty successful, in the right that I've earned here in Austin. And I'm born and raised from here, so I've accomplished a lot. I was really like the fucking second licensed pro fighter ever in town, and I'm still here, I've accomplished a lot. So I think a lot of these up-and-coming guys, Warren being one of them, think, because, on a personal level, they know me, they want to call me out and stuff like that. To me, I kind of just find humor in it because there was no shortcuts to the success that I've accomplished and the things that I did. I had to go out and fight. I had to fight some good guys. I had to step up and take on some, better opponents. Not by calling people out, by earning, respect from promoters and other shows to get called to fight. And I just think it's funny that he does that. He's been doing this for years, man. I mean, it's really kind of it's like a butt end of a joke now. And I mean, I can say a lot of bad things about him, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's just not at my level and not my class. And he finally has the opportunity to fight me, so I'm just going to shut him up.
Do you think he's going to bring anything, stylistically wise that may give you any sort of issue, or are you pretty much kind of know what he's going to do when the cage gets closed, the cage door gets closed?
Yeah, no, I do. I know exactly what he's going to do. Like I said, he's a part of the scene here in town, and I know a lot of people that train with him or he trains. But, the thing about anybody, no matter where they're training and who they are, man, I mean, if you go in there, I don't know if you're a big boxing fan or you follow boxing a lot, but, you can follow some old boxing. And I'm a big boxing person, and I follow a lot of it. But Ricardo Mayorga fighting Vernon Forrest, who just, demolished Shane Mosley. And here comes Vernon Forrest, they're rapping, they're bringing him out to the ring, and he gets knocked out like in the third round by Ricardo Mayorga, who's some unknown fighter from Nicaragua. If you're not on the P's and Q's, any trained fighter at any given night can put somebody out. And then Warren, he's knocked out some lesser guys and beat some lesser guys, but if I go in there not being on my P's and Q's and not going in to put him away within a couple rounds, if I go in acting dumb, he can catch me out. I mean, I'm not going to give him that opportunity, though.
Now, this is actually going to be your first MMA bout here of 2014. Are you worried in any way, shape, or form that you're going to have any sort of ring rust once September 26th comes around?
No, sir, not at all, man. I mean, it's been a little journey this past year. Some of the fights have fallen through, and there was an injury earlier in the year, but, I'm 33 MMA fights, and then 9 pro boxing fights and 7 pro kickboxing fights, man. I mean, I've been fighting since I was 19 years old. I'm 33 now. It's just another day in the park for me, I think ring rust and that sort of thing is, to me, I think it's a mental block, man. I mean, I really do think it's a mental block, because if you're training and you're grinding, the way you should be for a fight, and just, if you're very experienced and seasoned like I am, I mean, there's nothing new that's going to happen. I mean, there might be a butterfly here and there just because it's been a while, but, I mean, I don't really see that being an issue. Like I said, I think ring rust is a mental block,
Now, what you're saying, you've boxed and kickboxed as well. How does that training kind of differ for you preparing for those fights compared to an MMA fight? I also cover boxing as well, so I love hearing when guys do the dual sports, how mentally and physically the training is different for them when they're preparing for these bouts.
Physically, you don't get banged up as much as in boxing. Your body doesn't take as much punishment. I mean, you're not getting leg kicked. You're not getting put in, submissions. Nobody's, dumping you on your head or your back. Nobody's kneeing you in the body, in the legs. There's a different kind of abuse your body takes to train for an MMA fight versus a boxing fight. But I've always told people the conditioning of boxing is a little different. It's a lot different, but because the sport's, different. The little difference, people don't understand that, is what I was going to say in the beginning. In boxing, you're on your feet the entire time, and you're swinging at somebody at a high rate, punching, and somebody's swinging at you at a high rate of punches. In MMA, I've had fights where I fought guys that didn't swing at me once. They just tried to hold me against the cage or tried desperately to take me down, and then if you do take somebody down or you get somebody clinched against a fence, it's almost like a rest period. If you get somebody down and you're kind of stalling on them, you don't have that in boxing. It's like you're going 90 miles an hour the whole time. In MMA, you can fluctuate. You can go, fight at 30 mile an hour pace. Then all of a sudden you hit like a big sprint. You rev it up to 90, but then it comes back down to 30. Then it goes back up to 90. Or then you get, somebody, or maybe you take somebody down and you want to stall them out, but you're revving, you're just keeping a rev at like 30 miles an hour, just holding the guy down. It's kind of working there. Is it different things your body goes through? And I honestly can say I think Muay Thai and kickboxing is almost just as physically demanding as MMA because of the kicks and the knees that your body absorbs during training. But the wrestling and submission, drilling takedowns, rolling, and shit like that kind of abuse on your body, not always abuse, but that kind of training takes its toll on your body versus boxing.
Now, at this point in your career, what is this opportunity fighting for Titan FC? What does this do for you, and what kind of position can this win put you in going forward for the rest of this year and looking towards 2015?
I'm really kind of at the point now, man, where I'm seeking employment from, some promotions. I've been offered fights here and there. I don't like being in the position where, they'll call me because, okay, I'll use Legacy for example because they're one of the last ones that contacted me. I had got injured, but I ended up taking a fight in some other show, smaller show, and they offered me Cosmo Alexander, and the same amount of money they were offering me, I was making in a different show against a lesser guy, but they needed somebody to fight Cosmo because, he's a big name that they signed for the Muay Thai world, et cetera, et cetera. And I've always had that reputation for being that tough guy that steps up and fights people and stuff like that. But I've also found that, I fought guys like Eve Edwards, Josh Thompson, when nobody was wanting to fight these guys, thinking that that's going to catapult me into a high level, show the UFC or somebody like, hey, man, this guy's hungry, he wants to fight. Those two losses actually they hurt you more, because now, the UFC is looking to sign these guys that are 8-0, 7-0, undefeated records that are supposed to be up and coming, but aren't really battle tested, So I think I'm more in the position now where winning and fighting, fighting it, hopefully, maybe they give me a contract, maybe they throw me, 3 or 4 more fights, I would rather have that than be unstable, like, as far as, knowing where my next fight is going to be. Like, if I fight for Titan, I win, and, then I have a couple more shows that I'm shopping, but nobody's really throwing anything solid at me. I would rather know, like, hey, this is my job, fighting for Titan, I'm going to have 4 fights in 2015, let's get to it, because I want to rack up some wins, and, I only have the UFC left. If I ever, get there, I mean, that's it. I fought for every other major show. I mean, I really don't have anything else left to prove. I would like to try to make a run at it, on my terms, fighting and racking up the wins that need to get me there, I don't want to be that guy that they call because they have somebody tough that they want to fight, and stylistically it makes a good matchup, I mean, I'm kind of over that now. I'm 33, I'm not 23 anymore,
Absolutely. Now, you've had a lot of ups and downs, outside of the cage in your lifetime, How does that gotten you prepared, and has that changed you recently in the way you look at your career in MMA going forward?
Recently more, I guess, in the last two years or so, maybe 2.5. I was having a lot of personal problems with, I was having a pretty bad problem with alcohol. It was causing me a lot of problems in my personal life. Not giving me, not giving 100%, to the fighting, like I should have been. I've put that down, clean that up, and I'm kind of overcoming that on my own and doing things to redirect my life, to better myself. I think having these struggles, man, though, it just makes me want to prove, like, man, I can do it. I still have it. I'm not over. I'm not done. I was contemplating retirement because I was having the alcohol problem. I'd get really, bummed out and and alcohol is a depressant, so you would naturally get sad and think, oh, maybe I should just retire because, I've already accomplished so much. But it's like, no, I wasn't taking care of myself the way I should have been. Now that I've kind of accepted that, the things that I did to myself, it's like trying to prove that I can still do it, is a big thing for me right now, and see where I can go, and then with this new attitude, with this new outlook on how I want to go forward with it. And, it's sad is because I've been fighting for such a long time. I knew better than that. I know better than that. And any fighter that's trying to do both, you can't. You can't be out partying, living it up, and trying to get back in the gym Monday through Friday training. Your body just does not like that. I mean, maybe when you're younger, but you just can't do it. It just doesn't work. It doesn't compute that way, man.
Right on. Well, we hope that you can maybe be an inspiration to some other, to other fighters or people out there who, who've struggled with alcoholism and can see that you can overcome it. You can be successful dealing with that. Now, Nick, where can fans follow you at on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and kind of keep tabs up with you, what you got going on leading up here to Titan FC 30?
You can find me on Facebook. I actually only just really use my personal page. It's Nicholas Gonzalez or Nick Gonzalez. And then on Twitter, you can find me as well as Instagram. It's at Nick the Ghost. And that's really about it, man. I'm always on Facebook and Twitter.
And give a shout out to any sponsors you want to thank helping you get prepared here for the fight.
Yeah, I definitely want to say thank you, a big thank you to the Onyx Company, the hometown guys like me from Austin, Texas. They've been very supportive of me. I appreciate those guys. Corrupt Clothing, another local brand. I try to keep everything Texas and Austin and real. And my friends and family and people at AKTX, my new home gym, the guys that have been supporting me throughout some of my struggles. I really appreciate everybody standing by me, and not giving up on me.
Now, pretty much Austin's like about a 20-30 minute drive there from Cedar Creek. Are you going to have a large group who's going to come out to support you on the 26th?
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming. It's been about 2 years since I've had a fight in my hometown, man. And Austin loves me. This is my city. I mean, I really mean it. I mean, we've had a lot of great, MMA fighters that come through here and reside here, but I mean, I was born and bred here. Elementary, junior high, high school. This is my hometown. I know a lot of people, so I mean, they're very supportive of me. I would imagine there's going to be a huge crowd coming out supporting me.
Well, absolutely. Well, Nick the Ghost Gonzalez, we appreciate you taking out time with us here on Punch to the Face Radio. Again, here September 26th, Titan FC 30, CBS Sports Network. You and Warren Stewart will get it going on in the Texas Showdown. Best of luck to you, my man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for the opportunity to get my voice out there.
Absolutely, man. Anytime. And again, Titan FC 30, September 26th on CBS Sports Network. Again, thanks again to Nick the Ghost Gonzalez.